And good afternoon, everyone. This is Bruce Pearson at Jersey Talk Radio. We're actually on location this afternoon. It's Monday, April 18th, and we are broadcasting live from the offices of HuntertonSharedSpace.com, which is located on, actually it's on Ruples Road, just off 78 in Clinton, New Jersey. Beautiful.
Very easy to find. Office is beautiful.
Yeah,
great space.
Beautiful offices, as well as a beautiful setting with actually a phenomenal view overlooking the hillside of Hunterdon County outside of Clinton. In any event, we are here for ribbon cutting for a unique and growing cut type of business in nationwide, and that is shared space, where you don't need a full office or a big conference room all the time, and so it doesn't make sense to rent it. Just for example, the same way you go on a vacation for 2 weeks, you rent a motorhome, and you don't purchase a motorhome.
Best way to do it today.
That's okay. And the kind owner, Linda Friedman, is just bringing me a little coffee for tonight's broadcast. Thank you, Linda. We'll have her on in a little bit. Tonight I'm joined first, a number of guests here tonight for the ribbon cutting, is Kathy Sauer. And Kathy is a host on our show and a regular guest on her own show. All right,
so if you're looking for Let's Talk Animals tonight, you're not going to find it because we are here.
She's up here doing a live remote, as it turns out.
Come back next Monday night, and you will have a great show to watch.
Exactly. So, Kathy, tell me, for our listeners, I'd like you to tell us a little bit about Chasing Dreams, which is your business, and what it's all about and what you do, and then we'll
well, in fact, I'm even going to be talking to Linda to rent her space for a seminar on pet first aid and CPR for spring and summer. Everybody's going out hiking and, walking. Dogs do get hurt. What to do and how to do it to save them. But my business basically is massage and photonic therapy, which is red light. I do acupuncture with a light, not needles, which makes it great and safe and doesn't hurt. You can't make a mistake by inserting a needle. Horses like it, dogs like it, and I work on basically all domesticated animals.
All right, when let's go back for folks that aren't at all familiar with it. Many people have pets, if not most people, but when you say laser, people think, Star Wars.
Oh, no.
Cutting steel and,
right. Right. These are actually photocells in a red light. It is cold laser. It's a little bit lower in strength than what you would find in your veterinarian's office.
Okay.
They have a big wand. Mine is portable. It works great. And what I do is I work on the acupuncture points rather than over the injured area. So we stimulate the body itself to heal.
Okay, so first of all, it's not hot.
It's not hot. It's cold.
Second of all, it's non-invasive, so
no,
it does
not
nothing
at all.
but stimulates
the nervous system.
Okay.
To stimulate the brain, to stimulate back to the nervous system, to help the body heal itself. Now, in all cases, not in all cases, it will work 100%. Sometimes you do need a veterinarian to come in and intervene and maybe give an anti-inflammatory or maybe even some painkillers. Most of my clients today don't want their dogs on this stuff for more than a couple of days. And normally they give you enough for 10, 14 days, and a lot of my clients now do not. They're informed today with the internet and doing a lot of research on what these prescriptions do to your animals when they're on them for a long time. Same thing it does to us. It sits in our liver. It sits in our kidneys. So they're giving you something to cure something, but then they wind up giving you something else on top of it.
That's interesting. Let me do this. I'm going to have you give the briefing you would give a pet owner when you come to their house, what to expect and so on. And I'm going to do some adjustment on our
Sure.
camera and our video here. While you're doing that, I'm here by myself today. So I'd like you to, if you were going to, if a client engaged you, sounds like we have
The fire alarms are going off. Whoa, a little excitement.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not an accident.
We are on location. So, all right. So let's just say you came to my house and you were going to do some therapy with our dog.
Well,
so I'm going to let you do that, and I'll be right back.
Sure. I have a sheet that I bring with me, and there are a lot of questions on it. First of all, the breed, the age, whether or not the pet is up to date on vaccines, whether it's had any surgeries, illnesses, fractures, major illness, any kind of a major illness, so that I can get a feeling of what's going on. I will ask you to either, if it's a dog or a horse, we will walk and jog it. If it's a cat, we'll kind of put a toy down and let it follow it so we can see what's going on. I'll do an assessment that way. I will gently do like an evaluation with my fingers, running it in certain areas of the body to find out if I have any trigger spots where a horse, a dog, or a cat is going to either flinch, turn around and look at me, maybe try to bite me. If I see the skin twitching, I also look for any heat or cold areas within the body. And then I usually will talk to the owner and say, well, this is what I found. And like this morning, I was working on a client's dog, and they're telling me the dog was lame in the left hind leg. I'm sorry, right hind leg. And doing an evaluation when I was checking the spinal cord, you know, well, not the spinal cord itself, but when I run my fingers down the side of the spine where the muscles are, all of a sudden I hit a spot where the dog's back almost collapsed. That's pain. So we massaged her. We did some light therapy with her. When she got up, she was limping for 2 or 3 steps, and then she started trotting normally. Now, is that normal? No.
I was just going to ask.
That's not normal. Normally, they would still have some soreness. Now, when I call them tomorrow, because I usually will call within a day or two to find out how their animal is, if they're okay, if they're moving any better, if they see any changes, if they're better or even worse, for that matter. Sometimes, even with the massage and with the light therapy, you can see a little bit of worsening in the first 24 hours. And that's normal.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you.
Normal.
How often do you see a radical improvement? I mean, because that's obviously
it's rare. It's
people.
Rare when I see something change dramatically within 24 hours. If I catch it within a day or two, it just happened, there's a good chance they're going to see an improvement within 24 hours or even within 8 hours. But if most of the time I get called after they've been through the vet and they've been on medication and nothing's working and they're still sore, that's when I get called in. The longer they have the ailment, the longer it's going to take for the ailment to heal itself.
Well, you know, to be fair, we're not Fox News, but
No.
to be fair, how often do you run into a brick wall where there is no improvement and there's nothing you can do? What would you say the percentage of that is? Because people are going to, you know, normally
So
want to ask
far,
that.
up to now, I have not had anything where I would say, listen, you need to go to the vet.
Wow.
Yeah, you know,
That's
something needs to
remarkable.
be done. It is remarkable. I do have a dog right now, though, that if another new client, again, an injury, I've been there twice. The first time, there was a slight improvement, and then it went right back to where it was before I had gotten there in the first place.
Okay.
We did another treatment, and I told them we'll do one more this week, and if we do not see any improvement, I want them to see their veterinarian. There's nothing broken. There's no fractures, but if there's no improvement with what I'm doing within a week, you need to see your veterinarian. Go have an assessment through a veterinarian, maybe some x-rays. The dog may need an anti-inflammatory. Mm-hmm. I mean, usually the light and the massage will help the inflammation. Sometimes it won't. Sometimes it's that deep.
Now, so is it fair to say that most of your work is centered on mobility issues for the pet?
Mobility issues, arthritis, even older dogs. What I do as well is there are certain standard points that I would hit. Like anybody that does acupuncture, there are just certain points
Right.
with your needles, and we boost the immune system. So we can actually keep a dog
healthier longer, right.
longer. And
But
massage,
it's not just dogs, it's cats.
it's not just, it's dogs, it's
What's the
cats. I do
range of-
exotics. I've used the light therapy on lizards, on birds.
I saw you do it on
already.
an iguana. That was pretty
And I will do it on anything that's domesticated. I mean, I don't
Okay.
want to, I won't do an alligator. They're going
Right.
to chop my hand off unless their
Right.
mouth is taped. But I mean, within reason.
That's amazing, and I guess one of the things is with Obamacare, and we can't afford our own medication. People don't realize, unless they've had an animal to a vet, that it's incredibly expensive.
Oh, it is, because my little pup broke her leg on New Year's Day, and the surgery was phenomenal. It was my vacation,
So,
and then some.
my point being that, quite honestly, your remedies are much cheaper than
They're
buying
cheaper.
antibiotics and X-rays and so on. Not that there's not a place for both, but I have seen it work personally. It's amazing. And I think if you listen, but normally it takes 2 or 3 sessions
I
before
would
you start
normally
to see anything.
say 2 to 3 before you see anything, and then you should really start seeing an improvement. If you don't, then I tell them you have to go.
Right,
But
you
now
don't carry them on for 6 months.
No,
or
no, no.
whatever.
My hands are on the animal all the time. So if I'm there,
You know.
and I feel something, I won't even touch them. I'll say, "Listen, I feel this lump, and I've already done this."
Well, we have a common
You know.
friend that we're not, we can't disclose because
Right.
it turns out that she's a celebrity, but she was just ecstatic. It was nothing short than miraculous what you were able to do for her dog. And she showed me video off her phone that she said the dog is like a puppy now. And it was
Yeah.
dragging her down the street and you could hardly get out to go to the bathroom when you first started.
Yeah.
So how do people get a hold of you?
They can call me at 908-419-6535. You can just look up on the web.
Chasing Dreams?
ChasingDreamsAT.com. AT is for animal therapies.
But if
I
you go under
do-
Chasing Dreams, come up?
You'll find it is
Okay.
under Chasing Dreams. It
And
will
you're
come up.
located where?
I am mobile. I go everywhere. My home base is in Bedminster right now.
In New Jersey.
In New Jersey.
Central Jersey, but she will travel to
I
Philadelphia.
travel to Philadelphia,
New York?
New York, Bucks County.
So most of the
Lehigh
tri-state
Valley.
area.
Most of the tri-state area, yeah.
Great. And it's very reasonable, and
It's reasonable.
It is remarkable. And,
It works. It really does.
and it works on
work.
people, too,
It
but,
does. The
you
light
know.
therapy works on people.
so I'm
Yeah,
going
I
to get
have
some
a-
myself for
I had
old
A
neck injury.
client, tennis elbow. Doctor, medicine after
Steroids
medicine after
and
medicine,
shots
shots and all that stuff. He was in a sling. He had a brace up above the elbow. The first 2 sessions, at the end of the second session, when I went to go see him the third time, there was no brace and no sling.
Well, and you could give a lot of recommendations and say, well,
You
talk
know,
to this
I
person,
do work
see what
with
they
friends
say.
and family
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
friends of friends and
Referral.
whatnot, and referral basis on that.
Well, thank you for coming in.
Well, thank
you
you,
for
Bruce.
attending the ribbon cutting ceremony here tonight.
I am happy to
sure.
be here,
And,
and look for me next Monday night at 6
And I'll be
o'clock.
talking to you later over a cup of coffee, I hope.
I have an appointment at 8 o'clock tonight.
So you're on the way to go
I'll
help
be
it-
on the way
help an
by
animal.
7:15. I do
Maybe I
have
won't
a-
see you tonight, but I'll see you down the road.
Yeah,
somewhere.
we'll see each other.
Thanks, Kathy.
Well, thank you, Bruce.
I appreciate it. That's Kathy Sauer with Chasing Dreams,
I'm gonna go
AT.
mingle for a walk.
Yeah, go ahead, take a walk, and enjoy some of the gifts and the partying out here. She's with Chasing Dreams, AT. That's her business, and she's located, as she said, in Bedminster, New Jersey, which is Somerset County, not far from pretty much anywhere in the tri-state area. She's pretty centrally located. So we're ready for another guest. Would you like to come in?
I would love to come.
Well, why don't you come on in?
I will come in.
This is the. Oh, we have another.
is Joelle.
All right, come on in, Joellen, and we'll get
You'll get to me.
we'll get to Linda here in a minute. So, have a seat, make yourself at home, Joellen. Welcome to Jersey Talk Radio.
Great, thank you for
And
having me.
we are live
Live.
on the radio as well as around the world on YouTube. So there may be some folks in Bosnia watching.
Nice.
So always, if you have any friends or relatives in Oklahoma City or Bosnia or down the street. So tell me a little bit about yourself and what you do and why you're here tonight for the ribbon cutting.
Wonderful, thank you again for having me.
My
I'm
pleasure.
here to support Linda. Linda's a dear friend. We're from Pennsylvania.
Oh, foreigners, are you?
We're foreigners into Jersey here. So I've known Linda for years, and I've helped her out with her marketing materials.
Oh, okay.
And she's also a dear friend, so my 5 o'clock buddy and going and working out.
Now, when you say you've helped her with her marketing materials, what is your business?
So my business is called Select Sales. We offer creative marketing solutions for companies.
Okay.
So we help out with branding materials. Most people just think pens, mugs, t-shirts, but really there's a whole lot more that goes into it.
Now, do you work on developing the logos and developing what
Absolutely.
becomes of building a brand and reinforcing a brand, as well as you can put together the giveaways and the brochures and the banners and so on and so
Absolutely.
forth?
It's really
Comprehensive system, right?
Absolutely. The most important thing is you just don't buy things to buy things. You
Right.
have to have a plan in place in order what
Right.
you're going to do.
It's not
with
like
it.
we're going to give away pens this week and,
No.
staple holders next week.
You could if you wanted, but then it's going to probably sit in the closet.
So
'cause
let
most
our
people
listeners and viewers,
Sure.
if they're near a computer, they want to pop up the browser. What is your web address?
Sure.
and
It's
your-
Select Sales, SELECT, Sales, SALES,
Okay.
PA for Pennsylvania.com.
And where exactly are you located in the Lehigh Valley?
We're in Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Okay. But you ship worldwide. I mean, like,
Absolutely.
and do you have clients around the country?
I do. I have them up and down the coast, and
Nice.
there's no limits to where I could be. The neat thing is, of course, the internet takes us everywhere, and then doing a lot of things over the phone has been a great thing as well.
How long have you been in business doing it?
We have been in business since 1989.
So there's something right there that you have a track record and a group of satisfied clients. So you wouldn't have been in business that long.
Absolutely. From the big guys to the little guys that are just beginning.
Okay.
Most people would, of course, know like Sands Casino.
Oh yeah, the Sands now, just for people outside the Lehigh Valley, opened a couple years ago in the old steel mill complex, and it's a really cool, unique kind of an environment. But they have added a lot more amenities. They have a hotel. But you actually, so you have the Sands is one of your clients.
Yep, I'm licensed to work with any casino in the state of Pennsylvania.
Wow, that's huge.
Yep, it's a lot of fun.
But also for our listeners that have small businesses. I mean, you'll do an individual who has a sole proprietorship
Absolutely.
as
So if someone's just beginning or has been in business and is sitting there struggling saying, what do I do? How do I get more people to come to my door? Because a lot of people get this false impression, like once I put a sign up,
They're
boom,
just gonna
business
flock
is
in,
going to come
right.
flocking right in,
well.
which
You'll beat
isn't
them off
true.
with a stick, right?
Yeah, so you have to come up with your plans, from your business plan to your marketing plan, and then how you're going to actually initiate and put it together. So I love sitting with people and understanding what they're trying to achieve, because if I don't understand that, then we can't go anywhere.
Now, how deeply do you get into it? Do you write commercials for them and print ads and all that, or where do you?
I do not do any of the content for them.
Okay.
I know a lot of amazing people that help out with
All right,
content.
so you don't say, well, hey, here are your little rubber balls with your logo on them, and have a nice day. So you will recommend people to really help them with a comprehensive service.
Absolutely. Like, so if we take, we'll take the poor stress ball for a moment.
Right.
So let's just, I'll give a kind of a case study. So say that that you're trying to get people to make the decision to use you. So we can actually create a stress ball that has its decisions all in it, just like a